Hi everyone. You are going to see an obscure video. It will be hard for you to understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. But I just want you to understand something. I have two wonderful clients in the form of the class, Segment B training, that we specifically work with their needs. And Linda lost a lot of vision in her left eye, has excellent vision in her right eye, but not all the right eye sees equally. So to train her brain, we put in a strategic place near her nose and the central vision paper and got her to walk. And then she saw some shadows and shades with the left eye that has very opaque cataract with which she could not read letters for this week until today she could start and see some form of huge print. And that's new and that's good. It was even better before, but now she has the ability to do it after she lost that ability. With Carlos, it was fantastic. He could not write for the last couple of years. And we did exercises, first of all, walking, and that improved his walk. When he came here, he was very imbalanced. Now he's much less imbalanced. The big improvement with him is he could not get up from the floor. If he would fall, he would have to crawl and hold into something, or somebody most of the time had to help him. But last time that he fell on the beach, I gave him some skills with which he could slowly get up on his own. And ever since then, he caught it up and he's able to get out from falling, which gives him much more sense of ability. But after doing the specific exercises for writing, which were exercise of coordination of the two hands and sometimes by blocking the central vision, he was able to write. And the first thing he wrote was a letter of complaint to immigration. Well, what do you expect? Mexicans do complain to U.S. immigration. And the biggest complaint was that they force him to fill a form when he has no possibility to easily write with a pencil or a pen. But now he can write in Spanish a letter of complaint to immigration for forcing even a handicapped person like him to fill their form. And that is priceless. Hooray, Carlos. Keep writing exactly what you want to write. You're always right. Look at Carlos, because he's the main goal here of this exercise. But now Linda is also going to be a creative goal here. That's a good one.
I don't even see what I'm doing.
Okay, well, try to have a sense of what happens to your pencils. Because writing is not only visual, it's also a kinesthetic exercise. And we'll do circle within circle. Circle around. Yeah. You didn't put this paper on. Now you do it. Now do it again. We have more pages, don't we?
That's funny, this can moves totally different from this, and I think it's because of the shoulder.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. That's why I tend to do it.
She gave me 10 pages and I managed to lose them. So, why don't you put the page opposite now? Okay, great. Your coordination is already better with your hands, I can tell you that. So keep moving.
Yeah, absolutely. Has to give it much more.
Oh, no question. So now we do small circles, and we're trying to make them as equal as we can. Mainly look at Carlos and see how he's doing it. Now, Carlos, let's put the orange one on. Yeah, more pages here. Very good. You're putting the orange between the two eyes, right? Do you need extra page, Carlos, or no?
No.
Because I have 2 more pages if you need them. Okay? So. It's a wonderful arm control exercise. Okay, let's stop for a second. Stretch our fingers. Stretch the hands. Do you remember you stretch one finger, you move it in rotating motion. Stretch down the finger, you move it in rotating motion. Stretch the third one, move it in rotating motion. Stretch the fourth one, move it. Stretch the fifth one. And we'll do the same thing here. And we'll open and close the hands. Right now, again, we move it in rotating motion. We do the circles.
See, like, can you see my hands?
Yeah.
See, this is very easy. And this one I can only.
Give me a hand. Give me a hand. Let me beat you up. So I'm tapping on your hand. Sorry about this. Putting some pressure here. Again.
Aha!
Yeah, I know. How cruel of me. I'll keep doing it.
Keep on doing what?
Keep doing the circles. What?
Easier.
Isn't that interesting? So remember, tapping on the left hand will make things easier. That we discovered yesterday, right? Let me tap you some more. Sorry. Some pressure here. Tap on there. Now do.
These hands feel so much lighter than.
Go for it. Go for it right now. Interesting, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to give you 2 new pages. We keep the orange paper on. So many people think, I can't use the hand, and sometimes all it takes is stretching and tapping, the hand comes back into life. In the case of Carlos, if he goes to a neurologist and said, now you cannot write anymore, that's it, development in your disease. Well, it is the laziness of other people that causes that disease to develop. Because we can actually arrest it, and we can work with it much better. We call this disease Friedreich ataxia. Nicer to write right now, isn't it? Or no?
Carlos, me? Yeah. If you. I still hold the pencil totally different, but it's easier. Oh, you know why? Look, I just realized I put my shoulder like.
Yeah, so relax that,
the
yeah?
shoulder, yeah.
Good that you're noticing it. The noticing is as important as what you're doing. Yeah, let me just make it hard for you here too. Sorry about this. No. Okay, keep working. Okay, Carlos, put the small paper on right now. Okay. So much easier, isn't it, Carlos?
Yeah.
Remember, you make a circle. Now, let's make it harder. Write Carlos with both hands. With the small paper roll. Can you do that? Carlos, we need more pages. I think. Very good. Write Linda with both hands. Yeah? Okay, take the paper off. And right now, write. Tell me how it is to write for
Why
you.
did I write Karen? According to myself. Oh, perfect.
How is writing, Carlos?
¿Puedo escribir?
What is it
I
saying?
can.
Okay?
¿Puedo escribir?
Yeah, he can write. Look how fascinating. This was almost with no vision. I made a perfect circle of little circles.
Wonderful.
And look at this mess. And according to Meir, wrote Carlos and Linda someplace.
Nice. You could not do it before, could you?
Es increíble.
Isn't it beautiful?
Carlos and
Yeah.
Look at Carlos writing a letter. Wow.
From not writing to writing, yeah? It's beautiful.
¿Ya te inspiraste, Carlos?
Me estoy quejando.
¿Te estás quejando?
Sí.
He's complaining to whom?
Es que me cuesta un trabajar llenar el formato de migración.
It's extremely difficult for him to, when you come into this country, you have to fill in some papers. It's almost impossible for him to do that. So you're sending a complaint later?
Estoy poniendo que puedo escribir.
He's writing a complaint letter to the immigration.
Right before this is the silliest thing. Can you imagine this? Listen to this. Somebody gets a handwritten note that says, I want to complain to you because when I came into this country, the entry form that you gave me was very difficult to fill up. It's a handwritten letter. Es como loco.
Fantastic, Carlos, fantastic. Okay. In the left eye, perfect vision in the right eye. So what I'm doing is, I'm blocking her right eye. I need a little bit more blockage here.
Oh, totally blocked? Okay.
No. I want the periphery to work. The temporal periphery,
This
right?
one, wait. The periphery only on the right.
Right. So I want to block you more
No, I don't
on
see
the
that.
left side. Well, life is tough, you know. You don't see it, don't see it. It's how it is. I know how it starts.
Yeah, but you went from blind to vision. I'm going from vision to blind. It's a different story.
Not exactly. 2020 is not so blind as far as I'm concerned.
But you know what?
Right.
It was in 2020 when I came here a few months ago. It was
2040.
2040 and then 2030 and now it's 2020.
Right. So I wouldn't call it
Come on,
blind.
Carlo.
In particular, even though you can't find Carlos in the pizza place. But here it is. So now, Carlos is different. Carlos, I'm torturing you completely. Now, why don't you do this with your shoulders a little bit? Aha. I completely scared this poor guy. Now, he has a disease which leads to disappearance of the small of the brain. The small of the brain, which is the cerebellum, what's really interesting about it, it is only 15% of the whole brain, but it has half of the cells of the brain. And it is really working, it's basically working on coordination. So we think that this is a simple movement, but it's 60 movements into one. So what happens with Carlos, that he started to kind of walk like this, and right now he's walking way better. So what I'm doing to him, I'm blocking his right eye, which is his stronger eye. Now you walk back and forth. And he's walking so much straighter than he did in the first day, it's just amazing. Now walk back. Before we did that, we rolled from side to side on the floor. Anybody who read any of my book knows how much I'm addicted to that exercise because it really confuses the brain and starts the brain, it's kind of a reset of the brain. The brain starts to work a bit differently. What I explained to Carlos and what I want to say to everybody else, the brain is pretty redundant. Many things in the brain work more than once. So if the small of the brain gets destroyed, the frontal lobe of the cerebrum can take its place, right? So you walk backwards right now. And breathe deep. Yeah, Carlos, lift your arms up. Torture yourself a bit more, yeah. Go ahead backwards, yeah. Yeah, very good.
Here.
Very nice. So I want you to walk opposite ways so the two of you don't hit each other. Walk backwards there. Yeah, walk backwards, Carlos. Walk backwards. Backwards, backwards. Very good. Linda, you walk a little bit more to the right of you. More to the right. Good, so you can make more steps all the way to the door. Go backwards. There you go. So Carlos, turn around, walk backwards. And lift the arms up and keep walking backwards. Don't forget to breathe.
Walk backwards.
Okay, to the right, Linda, to the right. Go back. Back. Good. Now turn around and walk back towards me. Towards me. That way you can avoid Carlos. More to the left. To the right, sorry, to the right. To the right. Carlos, go back.
This is like the airlines crashing.
Yeah. So do you have a sense of the left eye as well right now, or only of the right?
Me?
Yeah.
I have a sliver of the right eye peripheral vision here.
But no left.
Yeah, well, no. Well, yes, let's see. I can see.
Move your head from side to side.
I can see this of you.
Okay, very good. Keep going back. Move your head up and down. Okay, perfect.
I
Okay,
can see the
Carlos,
floor.
take the paper off. Not you, not Linda. Stop, Linda, turn around, walk backwards. Carlos, walk forwards, see how it feels. Avoid Linda, please. Do you see how he's walking? How does it feel, Carlos?
Very good.
Much better walk, right? Do you have a sense of anything here or nothing?
Yeah, the ball.
So you have a sense
hand.
here, you have, yeah, my hand, yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
because
good.
I closed my right eye.
Go forward. No, don't close the right eye. Go forward, forwards. Forwards. Good. Pay attention to both. Waving two hands to the side. Now take the paper off. How do the eyes feel now?
Much clearer.
Much clearer, right? Because a little bit sliver of use here and more use of the side where you normally use the middle, right? Okay. Thanks. This was good video.
Okay.
Thank you.